Hey, how y'all doing? I hope everybody having a great day. Happy Monday, motivational Monday, inspirational Monday, and glad to be here. All right, thank y'all for showing up. Thank you for showing out. Coach, are you here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me, Coach?
Yes, sir. I can hear you loud and clear. I don't have my camera.
Hey.
I'm sharing my screen, so I can't see nobody.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. You ain't missing too much over here, man. I need a haircut, but hey, but needless to say, I am here, brother. Ready to rock and roll, man. I'm fired up about this presentation. I had an opportunity to view a little bit this weekend, so yeah, man. I'm fired up to see it and to share with the fine people that's joining us tonight. And at the end, when we get to the end. Hey, look, we definitely got something to share with the folks. We definitely have something to share.
Absolutely, absolutely. And guess what, man? I'm not doing a presentation I did this weekend. I switched it
No,
up again.
no,
Yeah.
no. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. You didn't do that to me.
Hey, I'm gonna do this one because this is just the second portion to that one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I
this is
got
the
it. I
second
got it.
portion, you know. So they already know about wholesaling. We talked about wholesaling so many times. It's the second portion to it. So that's what we're doing today.
Got it. Got it. Okay, okay. Well, man, go right ahead, brother. The floor is yours, and I am here to chime in.
No opening comments at all besides that.
Hey, look. We probably have quite a bit of new people, on the call that's just
Okay.
interested in learning what all we have to offer, man. So let's definitely give them something good.
Gotcha. Too easy, brother. Well, look here, guys. Again, appreciate y'all coming. I'm Terrence Williams, Coach T, Coach Williams, and this is how you can get your first property as a rental property. So right now we're teaching about wholesaling a lot. So the now we're trying to look at, hey, as you wholesale, you learn so much about real estate, right? You're learning from everyone, and you want to make your money back that you invested into anything. So if you're wholesaling by using marketing, the first thing you want to do is like gain some money, right? Get some money and pay it back. So our agenda, I'm gonna try to stay on subject real quick, and I'm gonna breeze through this one. The agenda pretty much is the mindset first of the investor, finding a property, ROI. Somebody called me, one of my mentees called us this weekend and asked, hey, how do you find out a rental ROI or whatever? What's the calculator? They got plenty of calculators out there you can use, but that's a method. Then you got to find a great property, right? Then you find contractors, inspection, right? And then banks, right? So that's the main part for that. So while you are attending this meeting, what do we hope you gain? We hope you gain, you was invited from somebody, right? So thank them first. When do you plan to start investing? I hope now, investing now, 2021, started last year, telling everybody to start investing now. How many properties you want? That's some things you need to think about, mindset, right? Where are you looking? What areas you're trying to invest in? And who do you want to benefit the most? Who do you want to benefit the most from your endeavors, your investments, and what you're trying to do? So that's very crucial to understand that you're not investing only for you, other folks benefit from it. So who do you want to benefit from it? All right, next slide. So you got to define your goals, right? You need to find your goals. You need to figure out how many properties you want, what side of town, where at, what's your purpose, and what's the methods. Then if you're a private investor, you want to know, do you have lazy money? So anybody that have money in the bank that's sitting in the bank making a low return on interest, like 0.1%, 0.2%, maybe you're making 3%, right? That's lazy money. It's just sitting there and the bank is lending their money out. So we're like, hey, private investor, I have money in the bank and I want a better return than stocks. Stocks average around 8%, average. So low end 6%, middle end 8%, high end 10%. So with our strategy, with lazy money people that don't have time to be an active investor, we worked with their money on all our fix and flips or either fix and keep, and then we pay for them with a higher interest rate back out. So that's a good way to make your money when you're not trying to be active and you just have lazy money, right? So how to find the first real estate property, right? You can go through a real estate agent. I will show you a property I got through a real estate agent. That's the MLS. You know, everybody know about that one. That's not the best place to go, but hey, a real estate agent is going to work that. So any real estate agent work with me, I tell them off the back, hey, listen, I'm not doing the work. You're going to go to work and you're going to bring me the property. I can look at the MLS. I don't need you for that. You're going to bring me a property that fit my category. That's how I work, right? I got other things to do. So investors, all right, you can call them up, other investors, and find out all. That's how we do it as investors. We call the people offline, people that are not on the MLS, and we pinpoint those properties because those properties are no competition. They're not even out there. Nobody know they for sale. So if you call it the people that's off market, that a house is just abandoned, house that's going to be foreclosed, pre-foreclosed on, all this stuff, these are less competition. It's easier for investors like yourself to swoop them up if you want to be an active investor, right? And then you can call investors and ask them, how many are they looking for more properties? If you're a wholesaler, that's what you want to do. You want to call investors up and ask them, are you looking for more properties? I'm going to go find them for you and I'm going to hook you up. That's exactly what you're going to tell them. All right, so ROI. Now, take your pen and paper out. This is time you need to copy that down. I think I told y'all about this the last time, but I know that I had a young lady call me and ask me about a rental property. How do you do a calculator? Now, again, Google, put in a calculator. It is fine. They got so many rental calculators out there, it's ridiculous. It's free. You can stick your numbers in there, but if you like an old school person and you want to do hand jiving and write it down, then there you go, right? You want a 10 to 12% ROI. That's good. That's higher than the stock market. If you get anything less than 10%, you might as well put your money in stocks and don't have to worry about it. Sit and forget. Buy you some stocks, sit and forget. Buy you some options, trade out 6 months before they're over with. That's how you do options, right? You're going to buy a year-long option, 6 months out, leave the party. I'm just giving y'all some tidbits on that one if y'all doing some options, but you better go check with somebody else about that. I'm just throwing you my secret out, right? So 10% or better is good for a rental property. If you're making that kind of ROI on your money. How do you come up with that? Somebody say something? All right. You have a question? All right, I'll keep going. How much you spend, so how much you spend on the property and how much you'll be getting back as your return, your cash flow, right? So once you subtract, like I bought the house for, let's say, $100,000, right? And then you had to pay $5,000 for down payment. So, okay, boom, that right there make you 95, right? And then you look at the part that you're gonna have taxes, insurance, and vacancies and maintenance and management. That's the stuff that we highlighted right in this area right here. So that right there, you want to say that's going to be about 40% of the actual rent amount, right? So you want to have it that way. Can y'all see this? I hope y'all can see this. Somebody just text me and maybe saying you can't see this. All right, now that ain't what that's saying. All right, that's something else. All right, so Martin, I ain't making this up. I like to give credit where credit due. I listen to a lot of gurus say stuff. So this is the Morris Clayton formula for how to do an ROI. I'm not here to steal anybody credit or take their kudos. I didn't come up with this on my own. This is what he does. So you look at your monthly rent times 12, and then you multiply that times 0.6, right? 60%. 40% are all these categories. That's those categories that you want to take out, right? That you want to take out. You don't want to count that inside of there. Management, always calculate your management fee up front. If you have a rental property, how much ever you plan on paying a property manager, you calculate it inside of the rental property right off the back, because you're going to pay yourself that. How you get paid? Somebody asked that question to someone before. How do you pay yourself? Well, I'm the property manager. I'm going to pay myself like I'm the property manager until I find a property manager. Then I'm going to pay that property manager what I was getting paid. So if the property manager want to get paid more than me, then they need to work for somebody else. If I was good enough to make this amount of money for managing this property, they're managing 4 or 5 properties, 10, 20 properties, 100 properties. You're good enough to make the same amount of money I'll pay myself, period. The end, all right? And if you have enough houses, you can really negotiate like that. All right, so case study. The rent, monthly rent was $810 monthly rent times 12. That's $9,700 and 907.20, right? So that's your how much you made in a whole year based off of 810, right? Then you take the 970, multiply that times 0.6. That's 60%. Somebody got a hot mic.
Speaking of hot, you're pretty hot.
Your mom is too. I like her too. All right, where we at? Let me try and kick that person out because hey, look, I can play the dozen. Okay, you kicked him out, brother. All right, couldn't find it. All right, so 60%, 6%.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you fighting to kiss me? Because I see them lips and I just want to slobber all over them, baby girl. You feel me? You could be my snow bunny. You could be my summer thing, my summer fling. Come on. I know you're looking for my name. It's Gary Winthorpe. Just go ahead and fucking kick me, but I just want to kiss you.
You want to kiss me?
I want to kiss you, baby. Just as much as you want to kiss my mom. Just as much as you want to kiss my mom.
Oh my goodness.
I got him out, man. I found
man,
it. I got him out.
we gotta get these kids some girlfriends or something.
Man, look, they want to kiss a man. There's something wrong. Man, look, they want to kiss a man. There's something wrong.
Hey man, you kind of getting me horny right now. I ain't gonna cap. Hey man, you kind of getting me horny right now. I ain't gonna cap.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad.
All right. I'm sorry, you all. So, hold on, y'all. My bad. My Facebook is echoing. So, all right. When you look at this thing right now, you got 810. When you look at this thing right now, 720 times 0.6 give you $5,832. $5,832. That should be your income that you actually made.
Hey, Karen.
Yes.
Karen, I'm hearing a terrible echo.
Let's see. All right, 1 second. Where is this thing? All right, can you hear me now? Am I echoing? Okay, I'm not. Great.
There's no echo now. Thank you.
Outstanding. I'm sorry about that. All right, so 810. This is the last time. I hope I don't have to say this no more. I said 810 too many times. I feel like I got Tourette's. 810 times 12 give you $9,720, right? That's how much money income you brought in that whole year without taking out any of your expenses. Then all of a sudden, 9,720, your yearly income that you made off the property total, right? Times 0.6%, times 0.6%, right? That's not including your expenses. So $5,000 and $832 is really how much money you actually should have made. The other portion of that money is going towards taxes, insurance, vacancies, maintenance, and management. You don't want to calculate that, right? So you divide that amount. 7, student watches porn and gets naked. You got it, Joe? All right, cool. All right, so you go back in here and then you got 48,000 is how much I paid for the total amount of the cost for the house. And you divide that by the hacking you. Check chat. You divide it by the 5,000 money, the 5,832.
Click the link.
Where, Joe, go to your chat message, man, and whoever I hide, just mash remove.
Hey, quick
Click the link in
question.
chat.
Oh, yo, John Parker, please stop. You're Zoom trolling. Anyways, Derek E, you are some hot
UBS
fucking...
haircut. No, I'm
Oh
not.
my, John Parker, shut up! I'm trying to hit on Derek right now, right? Derek,
You
shut up, John.
Hot.
Who are you talking to? No, Derek, let's get back to it. All right, I'm trying to kiss
shut
you
up.
and rub on your beard, baby.
No, you rub on your beard.
I'm trying to have 3 daddies. I already have 2 daddies, but you give me my 3rd. I don't have a mom. You give me my 3rd. Mr. Investing now. You give me the 4th.
I'm gonna hack you. I'm gonna
A
hack you.
trifecta.
I'm gonna hack you.
Can I kiss your lips for you, please?
I didn't tell him to join, man.
Do not click the link.
Derek, but all seriousness, Derek.
Daddy, I want to fuck you in your asshole.
Derek, you're looking pretty hot. Click the link in chat. Click the link in chat. I won't give you a virus. I kinda not swear.
All right. We're gonna move from this slide. This is a bad look slide. All right, there we go. Thank y'all for tolerating that. I had to find everybody to delete them out. I don't know what's up. I don't know how to, I need to call, I guess Zoom and talk to those people out there and see what we need to do different. Because I pay for this service, that's ridiculous. All right, so commit. All right, so the next thing you have to do after you have to commit your action. Let me tell y'all something. It's never 100% of an answer.
Oh, my pussy hurts. Oh.
How do they keep getting back in?
Shit, my bad.
They hacking.
How they getting back in? I'm like, if I remove them, how they getting back
Yo,
in?
can I lick your lips, please, Daddy? Ain't no repeats on YouTube right now. Go subscribe.
Is it
I
because I'm
believe
on it?
the guy that name is DeMarcus is letting them in.
The Marcus is letting them in.
I think so. He's been in here the longest.
Huh. All right. I'm like, how they keep getting back in? I've never seen that before. All right. So
I'm at my desk, so I'm back in my office now, so I'll be able to monitor for you.
yeah, just put up. Right now, I got all the names up in the chat, and then all you gotta do is just click on more and mesh remove.
Got it, brother. I got it.
All right, cool beans. So look, you never have 100% of the answer. It's so funny how people that start investing want 100% of the answer before they make an investment. Passing in school, this is not a fact. This is me, all right. Passing in school is a B or better, right? Maybe a C or better, really. I mean, a B or better for me, but a C or better for most. A D and F is flunking. So if you look at it, 80%, if you know 80% of what you need to know, you can make an educated decision based off 80%. You can take 80% and make a decision for your first investment property. So you ain't got to know everything. Know at least 80% and make a decision. That's it. I mean, that's a clear cut way to get started. That's what I wanted to do and highlight right there. So inspection time. So with your inspection time, you need to know what to expect. So when you want to know what to expect, you want to get pictures of the property, right? The inspector job is to take the pictures of the property, nip pictures of property, take the pictures of the properties, and then help you to figure out if that's a good deal. I said will cost about $400 or more. I think they cost more than $400 ever since COVID-19 happened. Everybody has went up on their prices. They lost a lot of money during that time and they went up on their prices. Will you provide an ideal? They will provide you an ideal from just an expense format. So you take the pictures that the inspector looked at, and they basically gonna tell you this have not been updated, this have not been updated, this is good shape, this is kind of good shape. And if that's the case, then you can make an educated decision, say that, hey, I got 80% of the answer. I know that all the electric has been updated. I know that the HVAC been updated. So guess what? Those are two big ticket big ticket items. Then we can move forward with a solution, right? Lucas, did we let you back in again? Go ahead. Lucas?
Yo, hello.
Hi,
I just wanted to tell you that we're sorry for those things. He was live on YouTube.
That's what happened. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for apologizing. Yeah. Are you gonna stay a part of the group?
No, because you're a fucking pussy. I'd like to kiss your lip.
Joe, you ain't on your job.
Hey man, you started talking to him. I thought you knew him.
I mean, I knew the name. I seen the name pop up. I said, look, you back again, Lucas? I mean, what the heck? I don't know what else to do. You know, I'm a school teacher by trade. So when it comes to kids acting a fool, I just don't get mad about it. I laugh at them. All right, so find a great property manager. So it's very important that you always have someone on your team that could be the property manager, right? You want a property manager because you do not want to be an active investor forever. The whole goal of investing is to Start investing to understand the concept, remove yourself from it, and let your money make money. If you're working for your money every day, you're no longer a passive investor, you're an active investor. And that's a choice. And most folks don't mind having that choice. For me, I do not want to be an active investor. I will start off so I can get the understanding. I will start off so I can know what's going on. And then I will move back and let somebody else replace me, right? When you start off, definitely write down everything you do. That's your SOP, standard operating procedure. When someone take over your job as a property manager, you can give them your SOP because your tenants used to your style, used to what you're doing. And you can tell them they can make it their own, but they need to know what you used to do and how you used to do business, right? And then if you hire your family member and don't hire a professional, then guess what? Now they got a good start on what to do. So what you want to do is make sure they checking background checks. You make sure they're doing criminal checks. All right, a full background check and a criminal check. Why? Because how to say this without saying something crazy. Everybody that commit crimes are not bad people, but certain crimes, I do not want to rent my property. That's a good way of saying it. I'm not going to have certain people live in the neighborhoods that I know about, and I'm going to allow them to rent my property, and they do things that totally wrong, right? Totally wrong. That's what I would say. You read between the lines. Background check, full background check. You want to know if they have evictions. If they have evictions, they're not bad people. I never said that, not one time, so don't take that. But if they have evictions, they do show that they have some issues in the past renting from other people and either paying their part of the bills. That's what that shows. So if they show you that they got some problems like that, then you decide whether you want to deal with that problem. If you decide you want to deal with that problem, you can charge a higher rent for those people or a higher deposit because you're taking a risk dealing with them because they have a bad background, right? So that's one thing that's some ideals. You don't have to do that. You can treat them all the same, but guess what? It's not my fault that you have a situation, and it's not my fault if I'm gonna take a chance with you, I better take a better chance where I charge a higher deposit. So if you do walk away, I know you have a history of a eviction. So start the paperwork immediately, right? You don't want to play with those people. Now, they never had an eviction before, they've been renting for a long time. Yeah, you can let them slide a month, maybe, right? Maybe. But the people that had evictions, start the paperwork immediately. They already showed you that. So collection of rent, bookkeeping, and maintenance. I would tell you this. Property managers are worth their money if they do their job. I love them because they do all your bookkeeping. That's a bonus. I hate doing paperwork, right? I just want to read the paperwork and say yes or no. I want to approve. Yeah, no, right? That's it. I don't want to do all that writing and keeping track and all that stuff. So when you got a property manager, their job is to call the maintenance people and make sure the maintenance person come and go. Their job to follow up with the maintenance person to make sure that it wasn't on a tenant that caused the problem. Their job is to follow up with the tenant to make sure the maintenance person did their job. And then their job is to follow up with the owner of the house and let them know everything that happened, right? Then also they have to track how much they paid. They paid this person this person paid rent this day. This person had a problem this day. This person, they got to document a lot of stuff. So at the end of the year, when they send you that form showing you all the expenses they worked on, then now that's worth the money. It's worth the goal because they did that part of the job that you don't have to keep up with. So, and you carry that as a tax deduction, right? Whatever you're paying them is a tax deduction. So you're not losing money by having a property manager. All right, so repeat. Do what you did, do it again. That's it. Just repeat what you've done. Now, this is some bonus material for wealth generations, right? You want a cash flow, right? You want to appreciate, but cannot be predictive. So appreciation is whenever you buy a property in a nice area and they build around it and the house appraise for more, right? So you can sky high rocket, right? So if you buy it low and then it just goes up, then awesome. You know what I'm saying? You just made money. But if you buy it at retail price and it goes up, you only made a little money. You only made a little money. and you buy it below, just right below retail, and it goes up, hey, look, you can sell next year. And you can pay the realtor and you can get out. You ain't gonna have no money probably, but you can get out. So that's how I want you to look at that appreciation thing. You want to buy the houses with the same rules you're wholesaling the property. Your calculator is for your rent to show you how much money you're gonna make on your money. To buy it and purchase the property, you want to do the 70% rule minus repairs and buy the property for that amount, period. That's why we teach wholesaling first, so you can wholesale the properties, make your money, then use that money to buy your property and work on your property. Same rules apply, 70% minus expense. That's the rule for buying a rental property, period. And if you don't buy it with that rule, then if you buy it at retail, you're gonna have to hold it for a little while, because if you sell it to with a real estate agent, guess what's gonna have to happen? You gotta pay them. And you're gonna be out of pocket. You'll be upside down. I see a hand up. Go ahead, Nicole.
Can you repeat that part about the 70%? I'm not clear on what you just said.
I'm sorry. So you have to have the after value repair. That's the only part I didn't say, the ARV. ARV is the after repair value. After repair value. So first thing is you need to figure out how much the house is worth all fixed up in that community. You multiply that number times 70%. And then you subtract whatever the repairs is. If it's 5,000, 10,000, you know, it need a roof, that's 10,000. Let's just say 10,000 a roof, right? And you want to look at or 15,000. I don't know where you at, so I can't tell you where. You have to know your numbers, but that's how that works. You got me?
Got it. Thank you.
Cool, too easy. Right. So the good thing about a rental property with appreciation, they got amortization, right? So let's say I buy a house that's worth $100,000. I buy it for $30,000, 70% rule, right? $30,000. I get it under contract and I buy it for $30,000. I have somebody renting that property out, paying that mortgage that I may put on that property, right? I may put $15,000 worth work in that thing. Now it's worth, you know what I'm saying, what, 30 plus 15, but that's 45, 45,000, what have you. I may get a mortgage for that 45,000 and I got a tenant paying 1%, this is a 1% rule, 1% of the value of the house, which is the house value for 100,000. So the tenant is gonna pay $1,000, 1% rule. That's another way to come up with a rent amount, 1% of whatever the house value. So $1,000 on a $45,000 bill with insurance, taxes, and all that stuff, you're looking at probably a note around about maybe $500, maybe $550 at the most, maybe. I doubt it. It'd probably be way less than that, but we'll say 500 just to make it sound sweet. So you're renting for $1,000 a month, $500 right here, right? You're making $500 cash flow. 500 cash flow. That's a unicorn. That don't usually happen. But if you get that deal like that, you see how you can make money. Now that person that paying rent is still paying down that mortgage, that $45,000 mortgage. So it's going down to zero. So you just made money twice. You're making money cash flowing, and then you're growing in wealth. That's why rental properties are important. You got to grow in wealth. And it's not for anybody that can't afford it if some tenant is not in the house. So you wait till you can afford it, 2 mortgages, or rent and mortgage. Your rent, if you stay in an apartment, and mortgage, or what have you. So that's the catch-22 on that. But it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. All right, tax benefits. Whenever you have rental properties, I tell you this, the government rewards you for those. The taxes are different. Once you get your CPA, they're going to explain to you, you get to carry more taxes or deduction than other people. People got wear and tear on the house. You get to take wear and tear on your house so many times a year. I mean, so many times in so many years, not so many times a year. It's going to calculate the one time that whole year when you do your expenses or your deductions, but you may not going to take the same deduction on the same house every year. You can't have I can't deduct the air condition every year for maintenance on a brand air condition. You know, you do that at one time. Now you may look at the roof the next year. Now you may look at, hey, I changed out the hot water tank the next year, and maybe I did some other stuff, some improvement the next year, right? But your CPA will help you out with that. That may be too much information for you all. And I already spoke about the amortization, about the $50,000. I used that example already. So benefits for investing: cash on cash return. You get more money for your money. I just told y'all you put $5,000 in for the down payment on a $100,000 house. You get the property for the $30,000. You put $15,000 worth working there, $50,000 all together. You all in, and you get a better return on your investment because now you're getting 10% to 12%, right? Better than a stock market. You hope we'll appreciate if you buy in a real nice community. If you buy in a low community, it's not going to appreciate, but they are going to amortize and you'll make money off the mortgage later on. Tax benefits are beautiful. The government rewards you for buying rental properties and providing housing and homes for people. Loans getting paid down, again, amortization. And if you do it in a good location, everybody wants your property. You got a lot of competition that people want your property. So I'm going to go through this real quick, as quickly as possible. It's 9:30. I want y'all be able to ask questions. So I bought a house from an MLS, from a real estate agent for $27,000, right? $27,000. 26. It's right there. All right, cool. So I got this backwards or what have you. So I purchased it for $26,000 with $27,000 with all the other stuff in there, whatever, and closing. It appraised for $38,000, right? I bought it cash. I refinanced and got $30,000 back, right? So I made $4,000 right off the bat. It was listed on the MLS for 40. Okay, yeah, it was listed for $48,000. I bought it for $26,000. That's beautiful, y'all. Beautiful. It appraised for 38. All right. So it caught fire, right? It got on fire. I had some tenants in there and it burnt my house up. It burnt them only in one room, but whenever you burn the electric in the old house, you got to replace everything. After I fixed that house up, it was worth $68,000. $68,000. That's how much it appraised for. The bank gave me a check for $48,000. It's beautiful. The work completed was $42,000. So I just told you I bought it for $26,000. I refinanced it immediately after I bought it for $31,000 or $32,000. I had $32,000 worth of insurance on the property. So I paid it down probably a year or two. So I got a check back for like $4,000 from the insurance company. So I made money on the front end when I refinanced it from the bank. The tenant was paying that mortgage back. The house caught on fire. The insurance company gave me a $30-some-thousand check. I paid off the bank. The bank had to be paid off their loan money, which was like the 30-some thousand, I mean, 27,000 something. And then I got a check for like about $4,000. I got paid several times. I got paid in between, on the front end, on the back end. Beautiful. After that, I got another check for $6,000. After I fixed the property up and everything, because the house now worth $68,000. And the bank have to keep 20%, I think 20% or something like that in there as equity, and you get all the other money back. So I did a cash out refi. Got a check for $48,000. All right. So you won't think I'm lying to you. They go to after value market price, $34,000, $7,000 was the market price when I first got the property. This is the property. That's my company, Williams Reality, right? I bought it for $26,000 in 2019. They ain't making this stuff up. The loan amount, right? With First, the Liberty Bank and Trust and First Guarantee. So what happened was the first time I bought the property, it was with First Guarantee. I remember I said about 27,000. You know, these numbers, I can't believe I remember these numbers that well. So that was the loan amount, right? And that's how much I had to pay off. The insurance company gave me like $32,000. Once I fixed it up, here's what the bank loan was that I got on the house afterwards, right? That's how much they're saying, $51,000. So I got taxed a little bit with closing costs and some other stuff when I closed on the property. That's why instead of $48,000, it's saying $51,000, right? Instead of $48,000, $51,000. This right here, I don't know why I put this on here. For I guess these are the documents, all the this I use, like when I buy a property, I put all the stuff in a Google Drive account. So I like the fire inspection report, the appraisal report, all that stuff in my Google Drive account to go with that house. That way, that if I need to get something on Snap, I got it, right? It was a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. I made it 3-bedroom, 1 bath, 1 bath. It was 1240, stayed 1,240 square feet. I just took the space that's in there and made it different. All right, let me, I don't care about all this stuff. That's just me hyping up some of the stuff that I work with. Hey, now I do care about that. Hold on, let's go back. Don't be my book, go buy it. Why wait to be great? Why wait to be great? Start now, invest now and grow your future. Go buy your book. Go buy your book. Amazon. All right, let me go. All right, so this is the property how it looks now, right? These are fresh, new, nice pictures. Nice backyard, nice. All this is how the house looked now after the fire. After the fire, right? Put it central air and heat back in there. It wasn't no central air and heat, it was window units at first. All right, so this the front of it. It's looking a little different right there. I take out windows. If you notice that window, they had a window, they had a whole big picture window. So we took out there into about 2 windows and put some wood in between, some stucco or something like that. We took all these little chandelier things or whatever the heck these are over the windows off. We took that off. And we trimmed back this tree. This tree was hanging all down. We trimmed that back. We trimmed all this back too as well. And we had to fix all this area over here. It's a whole lot of roof work we had to do. We replaced the whole roof and everything. So this is when I had the house from the company, and I had a real estate agent, real estate agent, a property manager managing my property. That's her sign. And that's how the house looked when I had a property manager. Then this is when they were moving out the property. So we did a little bit to make the house look a little bit better. So this is when they moved out. This the property manager when I owned it. And then this is what it looked like when I started renting out last. This is how the house looked at first. Very dark, very closed in, right? This the other side of that room. It had a cabinet in the corner and everything on this side. So the refrigerator was on this side, the refrigerator right there, and the refrigerator is over here on this area. And a big old window right there. So what we did was we moved all this stuff, we kept all this, and we knocked this stuff out, right? And the refrigerator, we moved it on the other side as well. So now we made the refrigerator spot, a stove spot, so everything's on one side now. And now they have a whole wall over here that's open. All right, so that's pretty much how that went. This is how the house looked before. This the before. They had a fireplace that was not a real fireplace. It was some kind of crazy heater. And they had a little shelf built in the wall. And they had a freaking door, open little walkway to a bedroom right there. I didn't understand that. So this room is huge. This is the room. It's huge. Just one big open room. So, and as you can see, they had a window unit, right? So what we did was we put this wall up, brought it out, and made a laundry room in this area where that heater was at. So we made a walk-in laundry room, and we made a bedroom on that side. So we split this in half and made a bedroom over there. So that's 3 bedrooms. And we made a real laundry room right here. And then you have a little sitting area, this little sitting area right here. So this is the walkway to a bedroom, and this is the walkway to the laundry room. That's how we was able to go so much up on appraisal, because we made the space more valuable. Here's the bathroom. So the laundry room was outside, right? And we took that laundry room outside and made that just a storage room. So boom, now everything inside. So we took that wash and dryer, ran those wires, you got lines running that way and everything. We put new steps down, well, new wooden step down, and try to hook it up. A hallway, this is the before pictures, this the after picture. Bedrooms, after, before, the wall colors and everything. Here go another ugly, I don't know what colors they had in the rooms. This is when they were moving out. These are all the pictures when they were moving out. The people that I bought the house from, and then here's how they look next. And then you see the little carport area I told y'all back on the side of the house, new windows. And we just left these on the ground so that people walk in. So here's the front room. Remember I told y'all they had a whole picture window, a big old huge, all this was window. We put some drywall right there. On the other side, I think we put stucco, and we just put 2 windows up, eliminate that window. All right. So that's pretty much how we did that. And then they had the wall units for heat. They did have some kind of gas furnace unit that we took out, and we eliminated that light as well. So here's some more pictures of the front room, how it looked different. Took that little wall unit out of there. All right. And here's the kitchen. So just giving y'all some glimpses of how you change some stuff up. This the bathroom at first. This the bathroom afterwards. As you can see, it's not much difference, but we did do different with the floor. Which one is, hold on, which one is, oh no, this the after, I think, and this the before. I think that's, I don't know. I can't, nope, no, this is the after. I'm sorry. I see the vanity. They didn't have a vanity. So now I know, all right. All right, so if you notice, that's the same tub. Even though it caught on fire, we just re-glazed it. So we saved some money on that. Kitchen, remember I told y'all that wall on the side? We eliminated all this stuff right here, the refrigerator on this side and everything. This cabinet space on this side, we just made this a flat wall. And then we put some ceramic tiles throughout that thing. So now they had more room in the kitchen to open it up. All right, so again, go buy your book, Why Wait to Be Great. I'm gonna put some links in there for y'all to join our Facebook page and go from there. Okay, so I think I breezed through that pretty good. Yeah, 11 minutes. So what questions do y'all have? Okay, go ahead, Mom.
Coach, where'd you get that lead from?
Real estate agent, a real estate agent brought me that lead. Well, I called real estate agents and said I'm in. This is when I first started actually, and I just started like I can't say I first started. I started in like 2000, but this is when I started being a real actual investor.
Okay.
So I called a couple of real estate agents up and said, hey, I'm looking for some good sweet deals around this amount of money, and that's it. I just look for some sweet deals around this amount of money, and that's what I told them. They came with the deal. I looked at the numbers and I said, okay, 48,000. I did my little math. Okay, I can pay 26,000. And they took my offer, right? Most people can be like, why would you offer that? Well, because that's what I could do. That's my numbers. And if they want the deal and they motivated, they're going to buy. If they're not motivated and they don't want the deal, then they're going to say, I'm going to hold on to it. That's why I don't chase nobody. I don't chase anybody. I tell you my numbers. If it makes sense to me, it makes sense. If it works out, it works out. If not, then hey, sell to somebody that works out for.
Coach, do you think you'll be able to find like deals like that right now on the MLS?
Absolutely. Not on market, but off market. I mean, on market, the real estate agents most folks on this call will say, I'm gonna become a real estate agent because I want to get the deal before everybody else gets it. That's what most folks are gonna say. I mean, that makes sense. If I'm a real estate agent and I'm going to people's houses to put stuff on the market, this ain't gonna never make the market because I'm gonna buy it first. So on the market is harder. It's a little bit more competition when you got real estate MLSs. If you got for sale by owner on Zillow and everything, that's a little bit better because now they don't want to work with a real estate agent. They want to work with somebody else. They don't trust them for whatever reason. They don't feel like they earn their keep for whatever reason. So you can find a deal with for sale by owners, right? And then you can find that stuff in Craigslist and you can find it on rental places. So that's how I would target it. But you are not going to find it on the MLS like that because the good real estate agent is going to swoop it up and take it and for themselves. Or they're going to give it to their friends that's investor friendly. They take care of them.
Would you say it's more dangerous to get it like for sale by owner?
When you say dangerous, could you define dangerous?
So like, I mean, I guess you would do your own inspections and stuff like that, but like with mortgage with titles and stuff like that?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, because the title company going to close on it. The title company going to do their research. They got to do all the paperwork. You're not going to go, it's not like a car where you just go buy the car and go and get a notary. You're going to still go through a title company and make sure it's got clear title on there. The real estate agent don't do that. The real estate agent go to the title company and say, hey, title company do all this.
Okay.
You just take the place of the real estate agent.
Okay, gotcha.
No problem. Good question. Who else?
So when you do these classes or like what you're doing right now, is it always this topic? Or because one of the topics that interested me was like using other people's money.
Yeah.
'Cause-
And honestly, I'll be honest with you, I could have used somebody else's money to work on my properties. I could borrow your money to use to work on my property when I did the refinance, before I did the refinance. That's what I did. Actually, honestly, I did. I used a line of credit to work on my properties. So I used other people's money. I didn't use my money from my hard-earned job that I go and work every day and use to pay for this property. Every dime I put into this property was other people's money. When I refinanced it the first time, I bought it with cash from a line of credit. That was other people's money. I refinanced it with the bank for more money and made money. That was other people's money. Then the insurance company paid me for it. That was other people's money. And then I had somebody else do all the work and everything happened. And I refinanced it again. That was other people's money.
And you're saying even using other people's money in that way, and you had to pay for that use of that money, you're still profitable?
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely profitable. You're always profitable when you don't use your money to do stuff. If you're paying interest on somebody else's money, you're really just taking away from a little bit of your expense. It's not hurting you at all. And the thing about it is, in this business, you cannot want to help other people. If I
Yeah,
should say.
my situation is that I have purchased some homes and I've put out my own cash and rehabbed it and so forth. And some of them I've kept as rentals and some I'm trying to flip. But then, you know, my money only goes so far, and then until those flips turn into, you know, more money, I'm kind of stuck as to how to keep purchasing properties.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you spoke up. That's the main problem with using your money. If you use your money, you can't keep moving. If you use other people's money, you can. That is the prime example of why you want to use OPM, other people's money. So what I've heard you say was you using your money to buy the house and use your money to work on the house, and then you get stuck because your money is all tied up with this property, correct?
Until it sells, yes.
All right. So couple things with that. You're using your money from your bank account. You're not using lines of credit. You're not using private investors, right?
Correct.
That's the problem. Okay, so the thing about it is you need to get with us offline. Let me drop this link in there so you can go ahead and get a coaching call, a free strategy coaching call. We help folks with these type of issues all the time. I literally put my money into other folks' deals to make money off of my money. I want to make a good return on my investments, my lazy money. I mean, why put it in the bank and let them give it out? I'd rather lend my own money out. So let's get on my calendar so we can talk to you more about it in detail and see how we can assist you with finding more private investors into the deals you have so that you can be able to keep moving faster, swifter, and quicker. And let's streamline your process so that you won't get stuck so long. Because if you have a good scope of work and you have a good team in place, then there's no reason your house should be sitting anytime. It should be get in and get out, right? So let's
Coach, do you mind if I chime in on that one there?
Absolutely. That's your lane all day, every day.
Okay, cool. So one of the things, Nicole, that I would, ask, because I don't have enough information. So these are things that I would ask is one, whenever you're purchasing your properties here, okay, that you're going to do a fix and flip, do you know offhand what percentage of the LTV or ARV that you're actually purchasing and renovating your properties at?
I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, what percentage would that be?
Well, not percentage. Well, I wouldn't say exactly percentage, but I know the dollar amount.
Okay. So that's where, one of the things that, working with us is that, we're going to help you balance that out to where it's on a percentage, because whenever you're getting your financing from, banks, they're going to look at things as a percentage. So for instance, if the house is worth $100,000, just to use some simple numbers, because I'm not excellent at math, but I'm okay with this part. So if we're at $100,000, Okay. And the goal is to be in all in no more than 75% of the ARV. So meaning the after repair value of that $100,000. So if it's 100,000, we cannot be over leveraged past $75,000. The reason why is because your exit strategy. If you are above $75,000, now you are almost forcing yourself to have to sell that property, or you got to bring more cash to the table to actually refinance that property out. So when you're working with us, we're going to show you how to purchase that property at the correct amount, to where if you have to hold on to that property a little bit longer than you want to, you're able to refinance that property out, recoup the funds that you've invested into the property back into your account, and recirculate, distribute those funds. So when you refinance out, you can leave the property on the market for sale, or you can actually go ahead and rent the property out, executing that BRRRR strategy that Coach just presented. So it's, yes, ma'am.
So I have a question. So I have a property that I purchased in cash, rehabbed, and now have a tenant in it. So do I do a cash out refi at this point? Is that the ideal thing to do? I see Terrence shaking his head. Yes.
Well, I'm shaking my head, and that's an option, but we have to talk more and get more details. I would never tell nobody to do something that I don't know all the background on it. So you have to tell me more about the numbers. Does it make sense? Because you should do a cash out refinance and your mortgage is higher than what you're making. And I know you got the common sense not to do that, but unless it works for you. I mean, some people deal it different. So we'll have to sit down and go, with the deal. You have to tell us the numbers and make it make sense for you to do that.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's absolutely right. So I love it.
Thank you.
No, absolutely. So that's where, things are going to start making sense as, we spend more and more time together. Coach, today I had a consultation with a new mentee, and she was worried, hey, how can I fund this? Like, my DTI is so high. And, once we got through the conversation, she was just like, oh, I can do all of that. And I'm like, yes, not only can you do it, here's your steps to do it. And so it just like totally changed the game for her, because, she has 3 mortgages in her personal name and she only lives in 1 house. So it happens, she has over, $350,000 of lines of credit, of equity available at her disposal, and not sure what to do with it. Should I sell this house? Should I just go? So that's where, working with us, Miss Nicole, being able to sit down and take a look at where you're at right now as an investor and where you want to go, we'll be able to help provide some really good information, some insight on, what to do next, and how to structure things. So get on Coach's calendar, and, you're going to be blown away.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thanks for those questions. Those are good questions. And I'm proud of you for taking those actions.
Where are you at right now, Miss Nicole?
I'm in the Houston market.
Okay, excellent. So I'm in San Antonio. I just left Houston this past weekend. I'm always there. So we have a lot of things going on there too. So it is great to know that we're so close. So
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, Houston's exploding right now. It's crazy, but I'm sure everywhere it is.
Absolutely. And you're
thanks for the work you're doing. I mean, I'm proud of you. I mean, how many properties have you fixed and flipped?
How many do I have going right now? So I have flipped. I'm in the process of rehabbing quite a few of them, but I've actually flipped 1, sold, rehabbed, and purchased, sold, and last summer.
Okay.
And then I have about 4 or 5 other homes that I'm working on right now. 1 is a rental. Yeah, I'm been busy.
Absolutely. Yeah, you do this full time, or you doing some other work during the day?
No, I'm doing it. Actually, my son is handling it all for me. I have a real day job.
I asked that question because a lot of folks on this call think that they can't do it because of time, or they think do it because they're working their full-time job. I mean, you got to be committed. And of course, you got some help and some assistance, but you have time off that, you know, you can go by the property and check it out, call and do updates, your lunch breaks. And that's why I asked that question, because I want to encourage the people that's on the call to let them know that you can keep moving even though you got a 9 to 5.
Yeah, you do have to make the time, and my time is very scarce, but this is also my retirement plan too.
Yeah, that's what I love, retirement plan, and I love to create my own. The job is a bonus. That's what I look at. The job bonus is to create. I create my own retirement, and whatever the job give me is a bonus.
Well, I always say my job interferes with my life.
It does. It does. I'm with you. I swear to God, I'm like, I hate coming to work because it's like I waste my time. I could do so much more away, but you know, you need insurance, you need security, you need those things in place. So as you go make these deals, you have that fund to fall back on. I mean, that's the fund I fall back on. The funds I fall on is what I create. No, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear we like-minded. But yeah, definitely get it. Look at that link. The first link is the Why Wait to Be Great. That link that says free coaching strategy. Click on that, get on our schedule. We'll sit down and talk about a couple of your path, and we help you out with a plan and path to go forward so that you won't be having a hiccup, you know, because you're having a hiccup where you have to stop and stand still for a while and you want to keep moving, right? And that's the main thing about it. And like I said, Joe, that's his area. He's fixed and flipped so many properties, over 100 some properties. I mostly fix and keep. I keep my properties because that's my retirement strategy. But I'm definitely gonna lend my money out to people that fix and flip so that I can make money on my money and I can pay off my rental properties faster. That's what I do with the extra money. Or I take my son to Vegas. I go on vacations to the overseas, and hey, this extra money I just made from this fix and flip is going to fund my vacation, going to fund my fund. You know,
There you go.
That's it. So people use their check for that. It's embarrassing to hear people say, I work so hard just to go on vacation. Nah, my money work hard for me to go on vacation. All right, so thank you, Nicole. Well, please click on that click. And everybody else, anybody that want to get on our calendar and talk more about in detail your path and your plan and find your biggest challenges, that's what we do on the call pretty much, and trying to overcome it and give you a way to overcome it. Also, I did put in there my Facebook group, Why Wait to Be Great. So I'm capitalizing off on my book. I'm trying to get everybody with personal growth and development. So if y'all on Facebook, click on that link, join my group. Is Why Wait to Be Great, invest now, grow your future, but I call it gold overachievers. I'm the biggest overachiever most people met. So I'm trying to gain people to get personal growth. So every day I'm giving some kind of content out. Every day, free content. Tomorrow is Teaching Tuesday. So if you have the same link right here, I'm gonna put that in there. It's gonna be a Facebook Live where I'm gonna talk about financial. I don't know, I got my outline somewhere, but I'm gonna talk about finance, and I'm gonna talk about, you know, your futures. I'm gonna give you a plan and path for your money, how you can know where your money going before anything else, and give you my personal method, right? So everything I do in Why Wait to Be Great is I'm going to relate it back to what I'm doing because I want to encourage other people to do things and let you know that it's been working, it's proven, and it works. So and last but not least, I think I put 3 links in there. That's the book. Coach. Yes.
Hey, it sounds like you're about to wrap it up, but before you wrap it up, I just wanted to say, you know, that was a great presentation. Myself, I just got out of college, and I was thinking about, you know, starting to invest in real estate myself. Is there any like tips you could throw out to a young investor as myself?
Join a group, join a community. The most important thing, you're the sum total of the people you hang around. So if you want to do something in life, you hang around the people doing the things that you want to do. That way that they rub off on you and you rub off on them, and y'all grow together. So you definitely need to get on our calendar. You need to join a group. You need to be around people that's talking the same talk you're talking, walking the same walk you want to walk, and then the people that already done the thing that you want to do. Success leaves breadcrumbs, right? If you want to do anything in life, you find somebody that's already done it and you ride their coattail. That's it, man. I mean, honestly, if you want to be a great man, you look at a great man and you try and be just like that great man. If you want to be a great father, you look at a great father and you try and mimic that great father. If you want to be a great investor, you get with a great investor and you try and mimic them. If you be part of what they are, you better than most.
Sure, for sure. That was spot on. But to do any of that investing, do you need to get a real estate license to do any of that?
Absolutely no. I just said they don't trust real estate agents. I don't trust them. I can't stand them. I love them, but I can't stand them. I had a real estate agent. I'll tell you this quick story. I had a real estate agent told me I couldn't do something. I bought a house and I got $5,000 back. Well, I got $4,500 back because the real estate agent told me I couldn't do it, and she found the way to steal $500 from me. I'm like, dude, what is your problem? You told me I couldn't even do this. And then you say, I'm gonna give you a transactional fee for doing that for you because you got too much money back. That ain't for you to decide. So, I mean, I read a lot, man. I study a lot. I listen a lot. And that's why it's good to be a part of the group, because all the stuff I know I give out freely, right? I mean, it's a lot up there because I mean, if you look at my desk, it's ridiculous. But I just like learning. I'm a school teacher by trade. All the stuff about me was at the end of the presentation. I didn't want to make this PowerPoint about me, so I'm through all that at the bottom. But bottom line is, I know so much about real estate because I've paid so much money to be a part of so many groups. I journeyed the kingdom. I bought all the Kobe Spiker, bought Than Mirror, bought Lee Honor, listened to all the podcasts, look at all the YouTubes. I've done so much and I read so much, right? Now it's like time to give back, but don't charge $30,000 for somebody. Now it's time to give back and let this stuff out and help people like yourself. That book right there is written for high school kids to teach them to invest their money they get from their parents for Christmas, for birthdays, for different events. Start investing now. Don't wait till later. Retire at age 30 and be happy.
For sure. I appreciate that. I'll definitely look into all that.
Yep. Get on our schedule, brother, and let's meet. Get on our schedule. Click on that first link. That's our schedule. Join my Why Wait to Be Great Facebook community, because like I said, I give out free content every day. Motivational content, anything. Just trying to help people to start investing now.
For sure. I'll definitely look into it. I appreciate it.
No problem, brother. Thank you for getting on. What else? What other questions y'all have?
Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Let me share a couple things here, if you don't mind.
Man, look here. I'm going to mute so I can go and eat.
What are you going to do?
Nah,
hey, look, let me share just a couple things here, Coach, is that, I think it's like very important that I share this with you guys, is that, the myth of, hey, that you can actually purchase properties without your credit, without your money. If that's true or not, we've all seen the infomercials, the commercials, the YouTube videos of people telling you that, like, hey, learn how to flip a house with, little to none of your own money at all. It is possible, guys. It is possible. And I'm a living testimony of that. I purchased properties probably, my goal has always been to pick up one a month. It's been a little bit, far spread out now based upon the equity spread that I like now. So I can still pick up properties once a month, but I'm typically wholesaling the properties that I don't want. So I'm cherry picking those that I do want to keep for myself. But, when I say that, is that, this is how you get properties without any of your own money. All right. So I'll give you an overview, because a lot of people want to know, how do you do it? So like Miss Nicole, I don't run out of any of my money. So if I find a property out there that I want to flip, I purchase it at the right price. I go to my lender and I tell my lender, hey, I want to buy this house. I want you to fund the purchase and I want you to fund the renovations. So my lender tells me, hey, Joe, I'm going to give you 90% of your purchase and 100% of your renovations. All right, perfect. So now I know what my terms are. Still don't have any money, no skin in the game right now. I pick up my phone, I call Cynthia and say, hey, Cynthia, I have this deal here. Here's the numbers. I'm going to purchase the property for this price. This is my renovations and this is what the property is worth once I fix it up. I need $25,000 to make this deal work. I'll give you $10,000 back. Cynthia says, heck yeah, I'll do it. She has the extra 10,000. So now, I'm sorry, 25,000. So now the bank has given me my 90% of purchase, 100% of renovations. Cynthia has stepped in and given me that quote unquote, those gap funds, those funds that I don't have that I need. So she's given me those funds. So now Coach as a whole, I don't have any of my money in this deal. The bank, Cynthia, two lenders, two investors, we all come together to get one thing done. So as I continue to make Cynthia more and more money, hey, Cynthia goes out and she starts lending me more and more money, or she lends to me, you know, as much as she feels comfortable with. From there, hey, if once I build that relationship with Cynthia, I'll ask her, hey, do you know anyone else that would be willing to, you know, invest in real estate like this and get a higher return? Chances are she'll know one or two people, right? One or two people. If she doesn't, what I do with Cynthia is say, hey, Cynthia, you have this cash, you're making money. Let me ask you some questions because I want to help make you more money. All right. So Cynthia, hey, what is you work full time? Yes, I do. Okay. Do you make over $30,000 a year? Yes, I do. Okay. Is your credit score over 720? Yes, it is. Or no, it's not. So I'm gonna say, yes, it is. Okay, perfect. So if I'm able to get you business lines of credit to where it doesn't appear on your personal name, will you be willing to lend me funds off of that credit to where, hey, you can keep your money free and clear in your bank, and I can go out and duplicate this process? Chances are, tell me more, Joe. And I start getting her going. So now let's say if I'm able to double or triple in credit what she has in cash. So she's willing to lend that to me. So instead of me making her 10,000, you know, every, 5 months, hey, because she has so much now, I can make her 15,000 or 20,000 extra every 5 months. So that's the goal. So that's how I'm able to continue to scale my business. That's just one way. That's just one way to where you can do that, get involved in real estate, learn how to fund your deals with little or none of your own money at all. And in many cases, the banks, they're using my credit, right? But let's say I got jacked up credit. Because I know how to work the system, I'm still able to get those deals done, even with bad credit. Even if I had a bankruptcy, child support, car repossessions, all those things, I'm still able to show you guys exactly how to maneuver around that, still get the deal done, fund it in and out, in and out. As well as, I know some of you guys who already have rental properties. Let's say if you have these properties like Miss Nicole, she purchased in cash, she has a tenant in it. So, hey, she wants to, refinance this property out. And so she can get that cash back and repeat that process. What happens when she goes to the bank? She goes to the bank and says, hey, I want to refinance this property out. I have a renter in there. The bank is going to say, okay, let me see your books. Okay, let me see your P&L, your profit and loss, your balance sheet. All right, let me see your seasoning time. How long has that renter been in there? So if that renter's been in there under 12 months, chances are the bank is going to say, we need to wait for it to be seasoned a little longer. So if I'm able to step in and show you guys how to get around that to where you still get, you can get in and out of deals in 90 days. You could buy a property and within 90 days, in some cases, within 35 days, you can refinance that property back out, have that cash back in your pocket, moving on, purchasing other assets. So that's why it's very important to, get on our calendars, spend some time with us so we can really get an understanding of where you're at, where you want to go. And we can, just offer suggestions, and everything that we're sharing with you guys is all based upon personal experiences, things that we actively do. It's not anything that I'm sharing that, hey, I think this can be done. This is what I've heard. No, this is what I've done. And this is how I've achieved that. So we're able to share those things with you guys And I'm just excited for this. I'm really, really excited for this. And the number one thing that I'm working on for these next, really 3 to 4 weeks is building out a plan, step-by-step plan on exactly how to fill your pipeline. So because I can have access to all this capital, I could have, all this access, and without, my pipeline being filled with opportunities, is not serving any purpose. So I'm literally breaking down step by step what I personally do to find qualified leads. It's, man, today alone, I went out and 15 qualified leads. And out of that 15, I expect to close probably 1 or 2 of those. Now, what does that look like closing 1 or 2? If my target is to make ballpark figure on flips, $50,000 net, right? That's net, not gross, net. So let's say if I'm in the ballpark and I'm not 50,000, let's say I'm 40,000. If I close 2 of those deals, that's $80,000. $80,000. So I'm able to show you guys exactly step by step what to do and how to do it. Exactly 1, 2, 3, 4. So those of you guys who are already mentees, I've went in. If you guys go into the Google Drive and go under presentation tab, you're going to see the first steps. You guys received it, the first steps, but we've updated it. I've updated with some additional information, which is going to show exactly what I do personally. Because I don't want you guys just to see Coach over here with all this success. I'm flipping houses, I'm wholesale. No, this is what I do. Do it in your area. Go out and execute it. So you can do this too. So I've updated that, and it should be in the Google Drive. Let me double check that right now. Coach Joe. Yes. Whenever you log in, you're going to see it to the far right. It's going to be Coach Program First Steps. And what you guys are going to notice as you scroll down to step, let's see here. Step 15, lead generations. This is how you start setting up your leads. This is how you start doing it. Because in order to get these good deals now, with the way the market is, you have to learn how to create business. You have to learn how to create it yourself. So I want you guys to know that you have steps. Step 15, it's 1, 2, 3, 3 tabs. It's 3 tabs. Go through those tabs. And then once you guys go through them and you've executed those first, those steps, get on my calendar so we can show you guys how to fully execute that stuff, fully execute it. What's really cool is one site out there, which is Zillow. I give you guys step-by-step how to create Zillow alerts. So whenever those make me move, those for sale by owners, whenever those properties are uploaded and hit in whatever target area you guys have, boom, it comes straight to your inbox. So you can be the first to jump on those things. Zillow is an excellent source. I like Zillow. But and also I have some really other sneaky things in there that I do. Yeah, it's really sneaky, but it's great. And it's general information. It's just people don't know how to pull that information and how to use it. So that's why I want you guys to see exactly what I do. And then get on my calendar, and then I can break it down and show you how to execute that for yourself. All right. So I'm excited for everything that we have going on. And I'm thankful for you guys, joining on this call. So I'm going to see if you guys have any questions about any of the information I've shared, and if you do, now's the time for me to answer it, as I have one more call I have a call with the private investor after this. So, I want to give you guys the opportunity to ask any questions you have while I'm still here.
I had a potential opportunity in the Atlanta area. We talked to the owner of a property, and we're trying to go through the evaluation of how we need to do the percentage. I know I tried to look up ARV, and I tried to do just the formula, try to see where I should where my purchase price should be at.
Okay. Okay. Well, so this is where you would start. And first thing in the morning, after, because you guys are an hour ahead of me, I believe, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So here's where we'll start. And anytime after, let's say 9 a.m., your 9 a.m. my time, so 10 a.m. So as soon as you have time, anytime after 10 a.m., shoot me a text so we can, spend about 5 or 10 minutes going over that. And I can assist you guys so you guys can keep moving on that. But as a general rule of thumb, you're going to start out at 70% of the ARV, minus the repairs.
I got the formula down. I
Okay.
just wanted to double check, make sure I was trying to get come up with a good number for the ARV with the comps that I looked at, and then the rehab is the house, I think it burned in the inside. We can't tell, it's boarded up, how what's the extent of it. So I'm thinking maybe it just need a complete gut job, just a worst case scenario. So I didn't exactly know how to evaluate that. And then it also sits on 2.2 acres. So I don't know if that makes it more difficult to do a comp with a large.
I can tell you right now. So is the property still a burnt? Well, you're not too sure if the property is still a burnout. Are you, or do you know if they've made some adjustments?
I don't think he's made, and it's boarded up. I don't think he made any adjustments since it's burnt up.
Okay, let me ask you a couple questions here. Do you have the current square footage of the house?
The house square footage is 1370, and it sits
Okay,
on a 2.2 acre lot.
Okay, 1370.
3 bedroom, 2
I'm just
bath.
gonna round up to 1,400 square feet. Is it
Okay.
a 4-bed? I'm sorry, 3-bed, 2-bath?
3 bed, 2 bath.
All right, and what was the ARV that you came up with?
I said at the least 250.
Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna put something in here. And don't worry about how I get this number, because you're gonna it's not gonna make sense to you at first. But starting out here, you're looking at let's see here. At that size house, if you have to redo everything in that property, you're looking at probably about $65,000, because it's not a large house. But the issue is that if it's burnt, that means that chances are you're going to be redoing plumbing, you're going to be redoing electrical, all new sheetrock. So it's going to be quite a bit of work that's going to be, taking place there. So this is what you would want to do. In Google Drive, you want to go to renovation cost. Okay, you want to go to that tab. When you go to that renovation cost, you want to click on rapid fire rehab costs. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take the age of the property, and then you're going to do, once you go to the age of the property, it's going to give you a number. Then from there, you're going to see a variable. So you're going to add those two together. Now, at the bottom, you're going to see valuable items.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. I don't know the number. I'm not looking at it right now, but it said something about, it had the top part at 24,000, 24K, something at the top. It had the variables on the right, and then it had the extra on the bottom.
That's it. So what you're going to do, you're going to start out with the age of the property. And you got to go down and count the variables that you have at the bottom. So each variable is going to be about $5,000. So each thing that you feel that you need to do to that house, you're going to add $5,000 to that number that's at the top in the middle. Okay, so that's going to help you come out with, hey, what my renovation cost is. Now, keep in mind, that's not 100% accurate, but once you get that cost together, you build in that contingency, which is about 10%. And then that helps give you that, that wiggle room.
Okay.
Right. And remember, Are you looking at flipping this property yourself? Or are you looking at wholesaling this property?
Probably wholesaling.
So, and here's the great thing about that. The numbers I give you, they're basic numbers, but for investors who are doing projects like that, they're very savvy. So they're actually able to get their, those numbers down, right?
Okay.
Some numbers they can't get down. So a lot of numbers they can, just based upon their experience with, with labor, they're able to do that. So start there, go to the age of the house, add up each variable that you said, it's boarded up. So we know it's going to need windows. The roof is probably not that good. So, you're going to, need to do the roof, just things like that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
And
I'll get with you tomorrow, because I think the guy said it. Somebody else had been talking to him, but they hadn't brought any earnest money. So he was like, maybe we got to evaluate it quick and see if it's right and move on it.
Absolutely. And we'll show you how to negotiate that earnest money as well.
Okay.
Excellent.
Can you tell me about the Google Drive you referred to?
Yes. I can share that with you. So the Google Drive, the information that we have, that's for, people that's already like in our mastermind group that we're working with, hand in hand, foot in foot. They're part of our network. And once you schedule that time with Coach, he'll be able to share, like give you an overview of all that information. So in there you have, for starters, you have presentations on like the things that you like need to do, such as, here's one simple example. Do you have a business, Miss Nicole?
I do.
Okay, so on your business documents, what address do you use for the business?
My place of business. I have a freestanding building for my business.
Oh,
Are you talking about the real estate business or my real job?
Oh, your real estate
My
business.
day job.
Oh, I'm sorry, your real estate business.
Sometimes I use it's registered at my other business.
Okay. So what and that's fine. What we do, starting out in a welcome packet, you get an understanding of, hey, you don't want to use your personal residence or anywhere that you're at all the time. So we show you, that's just one thing. We show you, hey, how to get past that part. And we're not speaking about a PO box, because like Secretary of State, they don't recognize PO boxes. So it's like you have to have another address. So we show you how to get past that part. Then when it comes to things like that you're doing actively, hey, look, we have budget sheets, that's been created based upon our experience, from just doing multiple projects, to where we can tell you exactly, what it should cost you to paint a house, a one-story house, we're able to tell you labor and material. Hey, look, this is what it should cost you. If it's one story, it should cost you between $2.50 and $3 a square foot. If it's a small company, you should be paying $2.50 a square foot. If it's a large company, with the people walking around with the all white on, they got the trucks and all those things, you should be paying about $3 based upon what we're doing. And if you're on a level 4, like a level 3 property, hey, your paint budget is probably going to be about $5 a square foot. That's for labor and materials. And the reason why is because your material price is going to be higher. You're going to use a higher grade of paint on a level 3 house. A level 3 house is $1 million property. So your paint is going to be, it's going to be more expensive. But that's just one example. We're able to show you those things, help you put together a full scope of work, to where you can, send that to a contractor and have them, you already have yours pre-filled out, but you can send a blank copy to the contractor, tell them fill it out. I did that. I sent mine to a contractor. He didn't fill it out. He didn't fill it out. And he went and just started work. I already knew it was going to happen. He went and started work. He billed me $800 more than what I was willing to pay. And he asked me, hey, so this is what I did. This is what I did. So yeah, I'm looking at, about $3,500. I said, okay. So, well, this is where I'm at. I give you $500 to clean out that house. I give you another $1,000 to demo out that house. So now we're at $1,500. I'm gonna give you an extra $500 for having to pull out the paneling. So now we're at $2,000. That's $1,500 less than what he wanted to charge. Why did I do that? Because it cost you, it really took you 3 days to do that job. 3 days to do it. Now, I'm not here to count your money of what you pay your guys. I'm here to count my money. For 3 days worth of work, I provided the dumpster. Everything was already there ready for you to go. Hey, I'm gonna give you $2,000. I'm not gonna give you $3,500. Well, no, in his case, it was $3,800. You know what he did? All right. He took it. So, and now that I'm not saying that to be like, a mean guy or anything, but I'm sharing is to, hey, look, my job as a coach to you guys is to help you make money and to help you save money. Those are my two things. To help you make money, help you save money, and most important, hey, help you save time to where you can fly. And it works. It works. Whenever you're comfortable and confident, you're able to, achieve more with less. And that's what we, want to share with you guys. So, Coach, whenever Miss Nicole's, you guys spend some time together, will you show her the Google Drive? I know you still on mute, Coach, but we got you.
Hey, I'm gonna call you in on that one because she's in your lane 100%. I mean, I know I do half the stuff you're doing, but I don't do it as much as you do it. So she definitely need to talk with you for the run it by. So I'm gonna ask you to be on that call.
Oh, that's completely fine. Yeah, just let me know.
Too easy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, awesome. We're excited to speak with you. We are.
Sounds good.
We're gonna double team you, ma'am.
I need all the help I can get.
That's what we're here for. It really is. It's so much opportunity out there, and we feel that it's so tight and so tough to find deals, and which it is. But whenever you learn how to set up your funnel, and just watch and monitor, next thing you know, boom, it just starts like taking off. And I tell you, hey, I have that issue that you have all the time, Miss Nicole, is like, shucks, I'm out of money. And for me, whenever I say I'm out of money, that's like, okay, I need to make a run to the bank. And whenever I make a run to the banks, I go through my phone and I'm calling my investors, hey, I need more money. Not on the project we're working on, but hey, I have more opportunities here. What you got? And as I get, really, really good, I'm able to help my investors leverage and get more capital. So whenever the time is right, hey, I'm able to go get them. I'm able to go get the capital from them.
It's been a very exciting prospect, the game, buy cheap, sell high. It's been fun.
It is. And I hate like whenever you buy something, you're like, okay, this is not going to be so bad. Then next thing you know, you're like, holy moly, that happened to me this time. It was like, Coach, this is my first time to where, well, no, not my first time, second time in my career to where, yeah, I think I'm going to be over budget. Second time in my career out of all the I don't even know how many properties I've done now. It's been a lot. More than hands and toes I have. So, hands and toes is not much, but fingers and toes. So, I'll be over budget on this bad boy.
Not the one we doing.
No.
Oh.
No. That one's fine. That one's fine.
Oh,
that one's fine. That one's fine. I arrived at a smooth landing on that one. Now I'm speaking about Tulip Street, man. Tulip Street is like, oh my God. So that a little bit about Tulip Street is like, somebody let me have this house. They literally said, hey, look, you can have the house.
Now it's costing you, huh?
Oh my goodness. So I get in there, but here's the house is fixed up is worth $140,000. So I'm like, okay, look, it's gonna cost like 40 grand to fix this house up. And the eyeball test told me yes. the eyeball test told me it's gonna be about 35. But hey, I always like fluctuate, give me a nice contingency. We got in there. I said, okay, guy, I want you to demo this thing. The guys went in and started demoing. They start pushing on the wall, and the wall started like shifting and moving. They're like, man, we're gonna have to wait. We need to remove this to see what's happening behind here. Man, they pulled it down, coach. Man, termites had went wild on that thing. Wild. And since they treated the termites, they got rid of them, so they're not active, but the damage was done. So it's like, if you're in there and if you like post yourself up, oh man, you might collapse the whole house. So I'm like, you walk in, stand right here, don't move. You can see everything in this room. So yeah, we had rats falling out of the ceiling, and I mean, it was rough. But you know what? What do you do? It's work, and I don't have to do it. I just have to pay for it. So that's what's happening right now, man. So, but it's gonna be a beautiful property once it's done. I'll still make money on the property once it's done. Not as much, but I'll still make money on it. And so that's all that matters. Investors happy, I'm happy, and we'll rinse and repeat, go on and do it again. Yeah, I know, coach. It's like second time. I got it up on YouTube. So if you guys go to YouTube and search Coach Joe, you'll see like quite a bit of videos up there. But you'll see a house like day 1 or day 2 of flip. And so I'm walking through that house. You guys will be able to see like what it looks like. But right now it's like down to the studs, and I can't wait for them to put it back together. It's just going to take another couple of days to do some framework in there. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting. It is. Yeah. Any more questions?
How y'all doing? Not really a question. Just want to say thank you for everything y'all do. I've been attending most Mondays, like for I'll say about 6 months now. Since I hopped in here, I found y'all, and I really appreciate everything you do.
Awesome.
Getting through that little hacking situation or whatever. Like, good job keeping you cool, man. Like, because that was crazy. That was the first time I really seen that happen. So
No, it's a pleasure. Thanks for joining. Please, continue to, as we really genuinely appreciate your support. Those words right there, they flow so much further than you'll ever imagine. I mean, they truly, truly do. So thank you so very much.
Yeah, so I'm showing. Hey, look, I wanted to show y'all real quick some of the pictures of the house after it caught on fire. I was working on this while y'all talking, so this was them cleaning it up. But this how bad that house was on fire, y'all.
Wow.
Look at the outside all smoked out. And the reason why I thought about that, I was doing this, I've been wanting to add this to the presentation. But this guy right here, when Joe said rats was falling out the ceiling, I said, I gotta show it now. I wouldn't go in that house.
Yeah, it would be bad.
I wouldn't go in this house, my house. I'm like, no, brother, listen, here's your money. You go do the work. I'm not going in there. I don't want to breathe none of that in. None of that. I don't care what a mask on. But when they got to this point and they cleaned it out, I start walking in it then. But all these pictures I got, guess who sent me these pictures? The person working on the house and cleaning them. I didn't walk in there and take these pictures. I'm not gonna go in there. I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do it. That was another door too on the side of the house. We eliminated that door. So I just wanted to kind of, I'm updating the PowerPoint so the next time I show it, I can show the burnt out pictures. I had to find them. And then from that to that. So boom.
It looks good, man.
Yeah, I mean that makes it look a lot better.
Hey, which one is that?
That's Earl Street. That's Earl Street. That's the that's right across from the park.
Right. I went by there. That's a gray outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I remember
that's
that.
a nice home, man. And it's right across the street from a park. And I bought the house. Anytime I buy a house, I buy the house with the intent that if my life go to shams, I can live there. So I said that park, I can run around that park all day long and get in shape.
That property reminds me of two sayings I always hear: a diamond in the rough, and it smells like money.
What smell like mothballs? Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah. And that's the thing about it is the best thing about it is if I would have left that house burnt up there, imagine how many kids would have ran in that house and stepped on dirty nails, rusty nails, did silly stuff. Think about the person, you know, all kind of other activities that can go on there. You know what I'm saying? If I would have left that property just like that. So I owe it to the community to go back in that house, remodel that house, make it better than it was before. And now I just brought the community some pride. I made the competition ridiculous for the people that want to rent my property. Nobody, I mean, the property is the best property on the block. So everybody's fighting over my property. People that's renting properties around the corner, down the street, looked at that process go, and they come in and say, hey, I'm paying this much. I don't mind paying that much for that rent because I know what this house went through.
Mm-hmm.
So now I just make competition myself. So I love putting on Section 8 because now you get fair market value for it. You get the fair market value. So I get the rent from the people that the same properties that's in a nice community. I'm in the lower income community and still get the same amount of money they're making with less note. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this stuff is real, y'all. It's not easy. It is hard work. I promise you it's hard work because you have some type of person trying to take everything you got every time you do something, right? But you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for your future. And you got to keep your why in mind when you're working with real estate, right? You got to have that why in mind. Why am I doing this? Am I doing it for me or am I doing it for those who come after me? Am I doing it to help the people that I'm helping? Am I doing it to give people that probably wouldn't have had a home like this before a home like this? I mean, I had Joe, I was me and Joe was working on another deal. And I was holding off on a house. I wasn't even trying to rent it out. I had like about 300 missed calls on that house. I was holding off because I was going to do something else with it. And try something new. And all of a sudden, I don't know why, but the one person that I did answer the phone for and entertain was an older lady with a husband, a boyfriend that's a paralegion or whatever they call it, the paralyzed people. And she had a daughter trying to get on the right foot. And I answered the phone for them for whatever reason. I thank God, right? The people, I told the person, wait a minute, you got eviction. No, I can't go with you. I just can't do this. And I'm like, everybody asked me for my house, so why would I rent it to you? And they say, sir, my house that I stay in now have rats everywhere. Every house I stayed in had rats. This is the first house I walked in and no rats. I really want that property. And I'm like, man. And I'm so weak. All right, ma'am, just send me the money. Can I pay you for it? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. You got to pay me everything. Pay me my money up front. Don't do that. We starting off on the wrong foot. No, sir, I got you. That's how it had to happen. But nonetheless, it's like that type of stuff right there make me feel more valuable when I can help somebody live in a better home that's not what they used to renting because they never could afford nicer things. And all of a sudden they see my property and they think my property is that nicer thing that they want. So that right there is priceless to be able to give somebody that benefit to live in a non-rat infested house. Right. So, I mean, those little things, the why, so I definitely encourage everyone to find your why when you start realizing. I got folks calling me, mentees calling me about rent property. Listen, y'all. You better have more than just some money in the bank. You better have some patience. You better have Jesus, God, Buddha, Ashala, everybody else, because people do not do what they say they're going to do. And when they don't do what they say they're going to do, you're going to have to find strength from other places not to get gray hair. I'm just being honest with y'all. I love it because it's not a threat on me. I love it because I buy houses at the right prices and I don't emotionally buy. I buy deals. Most people that called me so far was emotionally trying to buy a property. They was attached emotionally. As an investor, the only emotions you have is numbers. The numbers are your friend. They're your girlfriend, your boyfriend, they're your significant other. If it doesn't make number sense, it doesn't make sense. Stop emotionally tying yourself to these properties. Stop seeing yourself living there right away. Only if the numbers work, you will live there. So I want to encourage everyone, get your emotions, get a little box, put it in them, get a nail and nail that box closed. Take them emotions out of it. Take it out, take it out, take it out. All right, and stop being in a rush. I'm sorry, I gotta say this. Stop being in a rush to run into a fire. All right, I'm sorry, I just gotta be that guy. Don't run into fire. Walk down there and see what's going on so you won't get burnt. Don't get burnt. Let's wholesale. After you wholesale a few properties, use other people's money to buy your property. Do not buy properties with your own money. That's my advice. That's my suggestion. That's my recommendation. OPM. Man, you muted, man. I love your lips and how they moving and stuff like that man said, but the kids said.
Hey, look, you couldn't make it one meeting, could you? You couldn't make it one meeting. Hey, look, I was on my best behavior, hey, today because we got some new people joining us. Hey, so but now you got to start.
They got to see who we really are, man. They can't see that.
Look, they will, man. But yeah, if you do, man, just have a fast exit strategy, in place to where, you can get in and out of that transaction with your cash tied up at, the very short period of time. So coach is absolutely right. We're going to try to, leverage, your relationships with other people so you can, get those things done quickly. We are. And yeah, so it's, Coach, you want to do a deal in Massachusetts? I don't, but I am. They signed a contract tomorrow. I am, and I'll tell you why. They owe like $62,000 on the property. Property is going up for auction. So I'm waiting to get the reinstatement amount. They've already left the property. They don't want it anymore. Fixed up, the house is worth $425,000.
So the phone unbroke. You know that commercial on TikTok when they got the grandma saying, "Hey, I'm coming for church," and then the person just sitting there like, "Baby, phone broke now," but now the phone broke. It unbroke.
Right, it unbroke now since the numbers came. Since the numbers came, it unbroke.
Okay, 62,000 and we're 400,000. The numbers work. I'm in love. $5,000. The motion's different now.
That's right. So they signed the authorization to release information today.
Okay.
So that's been faxed off to the bank, faxed it to the bank, but also tomorrow I'm calling the bank with them on the phone because it takes 24 to 48 hours for that information to be processed. But I can get exactly what I need, which is that reinstatement amount tomorrow. So the goal here, coach, is because it's headed for auction is, hey, look, I don't have to go in and pay off that loan. We want to go in and reinstate that loan, then figure out what we want to do from there. So, and my thoughts are we can reinstate that loan for, couple thousand. Then heck, we go put a sign out in the front yard for, 200. We never, that's our flip. We catch the loan up, we put a sign in the front yard for 200,000. We make, potentially make 120, 130,000 off of that. So let's keep our fingers crossed on that one.
Sound good, man. Sound great. Perfect.
That's it. Yeah, it does. It does. So once they do that, we'll do that. Then we'll get the title search done to make sure the property is free and clear of liens. And yeah, we're gonna walk this puppy all the way down. We can get it.
So this goes back to the group, man. When I told them you get paid more money when you're able to solve the most problems. When you're able to solve problems, you get paid money. That's how you get paid. Real estate is not about going out there just making deals. It's about finding problems and having a solution to the problem. And if you have a solution to the problem, you dictate how much you get paid. Nobody else does.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for mentees on here, on Wednesday when we meet, remind me so I can show you guys exactly where I found that lead at. And you guys can, go in and you can use, my software and you can go in and pull those leads for yourself. Just know that if it's best you get your own. But I'll, let you guys take a look, at the site and everything, because if I log in, you guys are in, I log in, it's gonna kick you guys out. If you guys log in and I'm logged in, it's gonna kick me out. And I don't want to get kicked out of my own stuff. But I will, allow you guys one at a time to like go in there and play around, with everything, get familiar with it. And it's worth it. It's worth it. So cool. All right, Coach. Well, I think I'm done, Coach. I got this call coming up here, and but hey, so I'm gonna turn my camera off and I'm gonna go on mute so you can wrap things up. And thank you everyone for joining. Those who don't know me or those that do, hey, I did put my website down there, coachjoe.com. You guys can go to coachjoe.com. Also, if you guys can do me a favor, follow me on IG and Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, at Coach Joe, Coach with a K. So I'm there. So guys, I appreciate your support. And hey, I want to help you guys. I want you guys to help me too. So cool.
Absolutely. Thank you, bro. Well, look, I don't have anything else. I appreciate everybody staying on the call all the way to the end like this. Anybody else have any questions before we close? Oh man, my head. I'm happy my head ain't that big. That big. Good Lord. So much bigger. Any questions, y'all? Okay, then. Hearing none. Tomorrow, like I said, thank you for all the people that already stepped you on Facebook, that went to my Facebook link and got white be great. Tomorrow I'll talk about financial literacy. Basically, I'll speak on that on live. And this same link will work as well. Hopefully I remember to turn this link on. Hopefully I remember to get on. But looking forward to giving out information, assisting you all with being the best you could be. And that's all I wish to do, is to help everybody the best them they can be. So thank you for your time. Get on our schedule and let's meet soon. Take care. Have a good night. Stay prayed up. Good night.